12 students. I just want to make sure you all know about this new link I put on the home page with Zoom recordings. So this is where you click, and then each time we're having a Zoom meeting, I'm putting the recording link here on this page. So you can see it goes back to Quick Quiz 3, 4, 5, and so on. So if there's any previous quick quizzes that you want to look through, you can do that also. So that's a link on the home page. It's a Zoom recording link. So I wanted to make sure you all knew it was there. Then if you scroll down, there's a new button for week 7. That's the upcoming week. And I've put some extra resources here at the top of this module. So there's some extra practice problems from section 4.1 that someone asked for. So I posted them here for everybody. After a couple of days, I'll put the solutions in another document also, but I wanted to give you a couple days to work on them if you wanted to for practice. Then I've made a little video about solving inequalities and interval notation. That's from intermediate algebra, but I find that a lot of students need a little refresher. And so this is just a video if that's topics that you need some little refreshing on. Then we have, as usual, our 2 quick quizzes, our Shine quiz, discussion, and journal. So I'm no longer requiring things to be done. I'm trusting you to get done what you want to get done. So if you don't get the discussion done, you lose out on those 3 points. If you don't get the journal done, you lose out on those 3 points. Quizzes can still always be submitted after the fact, but the discussion particularly, it's kind of really not that useful to post after everybody else is done looking at the discussion. So scroll on down and you'll see which Newton assignments are due. And I just want to say that yes, there are 4 sections due on Monday, but there's no reason why you need to wait till Monday to start. The Newton assignments all have the due dates on them, so you know which ones are due Monday already. So you can also ask me if you need to know ahead of time which are the OpenStax links that would connect to those homework assignments. So just let me know if you want to get started earlier. So Newton section 9.3, there's actually 2 sections in the OpenStax book because it is absolute value equations and inequalities. In Newton, they're together. In the OpenStax textbook, they're separate, so it's 2 different sections. Then 9.4 is actually in the intermediate algebra OpenStax free textbook, so I've given you the links for those topics, and it's rational inequalities and quadratic inequalities. So one of these links is one and one is the other. And then in Sullivan, those are also in 2 separate places in section 4.5 and 5.5. So those are your resources for Newton 9.4. Then it gets a little complicated. Newton 10, 1, 2, and 3 is kind of spread out differently in the OpenStax book and in the Sullivan book. So for those 3 Newton sections, there's 2 OpenStax sections that between them have all that information. And then there's 3 sections of Sullivan you'll see have corresponding information. So the Sullivan notes and lecture videos are down below, and use them as you find them helpful. And then again, Newton 10.4 and 11.1 are kind of put together in the Sullivan textbook, and they're in 2 sections in the OpenStax textbook. So these are going to be some review and some might be new topics. So make sure and always give yourself plenty of time. And then I wanted to address a couple other things. So I showed you the Zoom video links, and I've talked about you don't have to wait until Monday for your homework. And then I want to just encourage you to have some kind of system where on Mondays you do this, on Tuesdays you do this, on Wednesdays you do this, that works for you. Whatever that is, you can always work ahead. And in fact, you can do things after the due dates, and all you have to do is ask me to open assignments, or in the case of the Newton assignments, as long as you get them completed to 100%, the grade of 100% will automatically get put in your Canvas grade book. So I also wanted to just make sure you know that you can click on grades in Canvas and you can see your grades in great detail. You can see what grade you got on each assignment, and you can see what your percent is in all the different categories, so you can decide which might be the best category to get some work done in if you want to improve your grade. So all of the quizzes that we've done so far are still available for you to improve your scores on, and I'm happy to grade them again and again and again and again if that's what it takes. So I really want to help you improve your work. The purpose of the feedback is for you to improve your work. So one of the goals of college algebra is to get better and better at clearly presenting your work for another person to follow. Because I think a lot of times when we're first learning the topics, it's hard to imagine being the reader of the work. You're really working hard at learning the topic. But then it really is an important step to get beyond that and start working on thinking about how to present it clearly to a reader. So think about things like work from left to right and from up to down. And it really makes it much harder to follow if you work horizontally. Mathematicians tend to work vertically, even if that's wasting a whole bunch of paper to the right. It makes it clearer and easier to follow if the next thing is right below and the next thing is right below. Our eyes do a better job of scanning vertically than we do horizontally. It's just kind of how most humans are made. So, as always, please feel free to contact me. I'm really appreciating the people who are coming to the Zoom meetings. And if you haven't been able to come yet, it's not too late to start. We'd love to have you join. I give you time to chat with your classmates in a little breakout room from the Zoom session. And your peer tutor, Lynette, is there and is happy to help and answer questions. And I'm really just enjoying getting to know some of the students a little bit and seeing them get to have a little bit of social time, which I really feel like we miss in this online environment. So also take advantage of the discussion boards to get to know your classmates a little. And after about halfway, which is coming 2 more weeks, we'll be halfway done. And I'll remix the discussion group so you get to meet a few more people and you'll reintroduce yourself. So this is the beginning of week 7, and then we have week 8, after which we'll be halfway done, and then after week 9, woohoo, spring break. So we can do this, people. You just got to put your head down and keep going, and it's a long semester, so don't run out of gas yet. You can do this.